Hello everybody and welcome back to Auction Not Included on the long colony, not the small colony, the big colony, not the short colony, the large colony. The colony. The great dreamland. Yes. It's going pretty well, frankly. We've fixed some glaring issues. I think we should drain less heat from the surrounding obsidian and igneous rock now, because we've put our system on a battery controller, so it should turn off occasionally, which means we're just pulling less heat out of the rock. We were running into an issue where I was at like 400 degrees and lower on the obsidian around here. Seems to be at a comfortable 650 to 750-ish, so hopefully that's sorted that problem. I had completely forgot that we have a geothermal power system in this map. This thing. Literally, it's a geothermal heat pump. And I think the whole point is you do this, but on top of one of these. Not this one, though. I've been told not this one, because this one's clogged. You have to run molten metal through it. So screw that. But these, this one, and this one. I'm not going to mess around with this one, I think, because we'd have to get down into the hot, and the only way through is either through the heat spike or all the way down here or through where the oil is, and I don't want to turn that into sour gas again. We've been through that ordeal. So this one, I guess, is the one. It might require some finagling in order to build, but from what I understand, I think I had a comment about it. What was it? Yeah, the free geothermal. Use at least one of them. Use one of them, not more than one. You activate the closest one, it will erupt steam. So build it into a box with like 3 or 4 turbines on top. Get up on the wiki. That's a good point. I should do that. Pump water into the central. You pump water into this thing, right? You've got pipe inputs. No? Okay. I might have to look this up. Every once in a while it will cause them to erupt, sending all the water you put in out as steam. Then you send the water you get from the turbines back into the central device. Or maybe this... Oh, you know what? This might get a water input if I reconnect this building's steel plumbing system to restore functionality. Oh, okay. That would request. That would make them do a job. So I might. We connect geothermal heat pump, operate geothermal power plant, clear blocked. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to clear the blocked vent. You're blocked. Okay, C29. This bad boy. Disconnected. So you can reconnect it. High temperature material received from the geothermal heat pump. Geovents must finish their current emission before accepting new material. Here's the thing that concerns me, just a scooch, is I obviously don't know how this is going to function. I kind of don't want to mess around with it until I've already put it in a steam box, you know? Just in case anything weird happens. So I'll probably do that. I'll probably turn this into a steam box with some turbines on top. We have to think about our route down. This is our route down. Though really I could probably just put the route down here instead. Then it interrupts all of this. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'll get rid of all of this. I don't know if we're going to want to get rid of... Oh, inspect? I can't believe I hadn't inspected that. Okay. Get rid of all of this stuff. You know what? We are going to do this as a steam vent thing. We might want to move our pipes. I might not want all of our liquid pipes running through a room that's going to get really, really quite hot. And scanner. We should dig our way into here. What's the best way to do that? I mean, probably just... Oops. Probably just like that. Maybe. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Mine all of this out as well. Nothing's stopping me, I think. And a bit like that. Yeah, so we can mess around with all those. So that restores function. Well, I assume it's not going to run, right? It's not going to run unless I pump water into it. So I think I can say go ahead and reconnect it, and nothing should happen until we allow something to happen. I think. We're going to deconstruct these ladders because we're going to have to think about, you know, building this into a proper structure. Yeah, it seems to be chilling. Power is going up. I haven't tabbed up. There we go. And then boop, you shut down. Then all of this cools down to a point, then heats back up. Yeah, okay. This is good. And yeah, hopefully while we've got like this bad boy running, we'll be acquiring more steam. Or more power even. Yeah. Oh, tearing through this. Big fan of that. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. If we're gonna turn you into a steam box, we're gonna want... I can't build them yet because I don't have the gaskets. God, I wish I could force the thing. The ghost, you know, I could place the ghosts exactly where I want the ghosts to be while I'm figuring out how big something should be. Yeah. Anyway, I want like 4 steam turbines. They're probably going to have to run this way more than anything because, well, I suppose it depends where the steam comes out. Does it need this tile to be clear, or could I just put a floor all the way across like we kind of would have, but with steam turbines on top? Could be good. Okay, we're gonna probably deconstruct this. Actually, no, oh, it's too late. That's my bad. I dug a hole I shouldn't have dug, and now we've got steam. Well, you know what? The water's going to turn into steam immediately, so maybe it's not going to be too much of a problem. Or we're going to have water everywhere. There we go. Geothermal heat pump is ready. My duplicants have restored the plumbing system. The geothermal heat pump. We can now use this building to pump liquids out to connected geo vents. Constructing steam turbines at the venting sites will enable us to convert the resulting steam into power. These vents also emit various byproducts. Do they? Holy... Yeah, now you've got the inputs. What do they emit as byproducts? I hope it's nothing that we can't deal with. I'm sure it won't be. So I'm going to assume that I can build this like this. I hope. I'm gonna need gaskets. Crafting station, right? Plastic. Give me... It's 4... Right? 4 per steam turbine, so give me 16 plastic gaskets, please. Okay, then we can put one on there. They're 5 wide. So one up here, and then here, and then here, and then here. Right, so that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be a bit weird to not have them in the middle. Do I even need it to be? I probably don't need it to be this big the whole way through, right? Could probably get away with that. Oh, Liam. What priority are these? What's that how I do? Okay. At least get one done so he can get out of there. Okay, at least get one more done so that he can get out of there. There we go. See, that wasn't so hard. I can just put them as 9s. Okay. You know what I could do? What if I built... So this duplicate checkpoint, what if it was here instead, right? And that in order to get to it, you took a transit tube. So that I could lock this area off gaseously from the rest of the colony. So that the gas... well, we do want carbon dioxide to make its way down here for the slicksters. That's true. Maybe in a different world, my slicksters wouldn't be here. And they would instead be consuming carbon. But we don't really make that much carbon. Or at least it feels like we don't. Well, it's because we're skimming the carbon. That's a good point. We do skim the carbon out. Yeah. I hadn't even thought about that. But yeah, we do skim the carbon out. Okay, that's fine. Let's make sure everything's powered up like water-wise again. Because we did run into a little bit of an issue there, but I think we're past it. I think we're through it. Both of our rockets are ground side. You should get ready to go. I guess this way. I assume everything is loaded as it should be. Seems like it. Okay. Nope, not summon crew. Begin launch sequence. Apparently I don't need to summon the crew. That is just like an extra step. Oh, this stuff has been buried. Alright, we are going to need a couple of robo miners. These tiles melt. Those tiles have never melted before. What made them melt? Well, congratulations, you're all becoming obsidian tiles because I have trust issues now. What made them melt? I've never seen a tile. Is it just heat build-up? Maybe the rocket hasn't been back for long enough and they hadn't cooled down. That's a possibility. Yeah. Anyway, take me down to here. Stinky appears to have trapped himself. Which is excellent. Idiot. Okay. So I imagine we'd want to sweep all of this up. Now, in terms of piping, yeah, let me get a bit of that going. And then we'll do that. And then you will do that. Right, so you go that way, you'll go that way. We'll get rid of this bit of the water pipe, just so it's not intersecting with any area that we're about to make extraordinarily hot. Okay, so we can fit one there. Yep. And then one there. Yep. And then one there. Yep. And then, wait, is that right? One there. One there. One there. I'm having a stroke. One there. One there. One there. One there. Okay, so I do need to do that. But I won't do that just yet. Okay. So you're going to plug into there, and then we're going to snip you off there. Actually, no, we'll snip you off there as well. And then as that little bit of petroleum feeds out, almost. Very almost. Okay, this is good. We are building up a stockpile of petroleum again. I do think we are going to need to make sure we use it. Right, they're still burning, which we love. You're connected to the ethanol, which we don't do ethanol stuff anymore. You know what? I might deconstruct this ethanol thing. I don't think we need an ethanol distiller anymore. I don't think we mess about with that. I'll snip you off. And I need to reread you to bit 2, please. Okay, so all the petroleum generators all snap turn on at the same time now, if we are low on power. This is good. Might prioritize up these things. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. You know, I should, in the other colony, I want to make sure that I build my industrial brick better next time. What I'm going to do, and this might sound like overkill when I get the chance, I'm going to build these steel aqua tuners. I'm going to build 4 of them in like a nice long steam turbine environment. And then I'm going to have all the connections hooked up but I'm not necessarily going to use them. It's just so that if I need them in the future, I can just plug them in, and then I can have steel aquatuners ready to go in a steam turbine environment like this. It's kind of my plan. I'm going to try and learn some stuff from this colony in the next one. Oh! Gasera, I wonder what's on that planet. Let's send you over there. Actually, no, don't do that. You still have things to scan. Yeah. We're going to want to sweep this crap up. The liquid can probably stay there. We're going to want to pump the gas out, I imagine. Yeah, and then we're going to have steam turbines. We don't have enough steel for one of them. Oh, what am I doing? I paid for the pack. I should be building fancy steam turbines. Also reminds me, make more steel. Which means I need to make more iron. Yes. We have 148. We still have so much iron. Do it 30 times. Just so we have some steel. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So you do you need a you don't need any inputs. Okay. Whoops. So you're gonna plug into there. Whoops. Wait, do we need this water? What the hell is this water connected to? Oh, it was into here. We don't need... You're now full. You have a reservoir that is to be used. Yeah. Oh, and you know what we should do? We should wall that in when we get a chance. We're probably just letting temperature out. Maybe. There might be a small amount of temperature leakage at least. But let's do that. So this water... I don't think has a reason to exist anymore. So what I'll do is I'll deconstruct the bridge, swap it over, and then I'll just pump the rest of the water back into the system, just so it's not sitting here doing nothing. I know we have loads of water, but at least this way I can maybe get rid of a pipe, which means I don't even need this pipe. This whole like setup I was figuring out here, I don't need it. This is unnecessary. Also, I've been told in the other colony and learned for all future colonies, this vibe where you like put all the slickers on a panel or whatever, you can just put them on a single tile and they'll all just chill there and do the thing they do. Which actually makes a lot of sense. And I'm going to do that in the other one with the poker shells. Because I was going to build a big wall full of, or big room full of poker shells right in the way. Even though I was like, I've got to make the colony smarter. And then I immediately made a terrible decision. But it wouldn't be me if I did everything right. Right? Anyway. I'm going to do that in the future. For now, you hook up into there. Which means it will interleave this water and this water as we drain it into the system. And I'm not going to be doing it yet because we might have enough time in this one. But I do want to set up a system here of automation gates to basically say if my water reservoirs are a little too uncomfortably full, lock all of the excess input off. Basically this stuff, cut that out so that only the wastewater gets recycled. Because that way it becomes a closed loop again. All we're doing is we're turning wastewater, we're turning our water into oxygen and wastewater. And then if it gets a little low, unlocks a valve, allows the additional water to come in. Yes. Get rid of that. You've been flipped over. Good, which means eventually we can scrap this whole pipe, I think. Okay. So they're delivering, doing a little bit of sweepage. Big fan of that. Right, so we are also, so we've pit planted all these pincher pepper nuts. We're not doing anything with them. Right, literally nothing is growing. Do you know what I do want to do though? Do I have any? Bear with me. Do I have an unused planter tile? I can check. I want to plant water lilies, or water weeds. I want to plant water weeds and I want to plant them. Pip plant them along here. These might count as too many nearby plants, but I'm willing to give it a go. Because I think it would be awesome to have done this for the first time. Or maybe I do it up here. So it's a little out of the way. What are you, by the way? Saltwater geyser. That's actually really good to know. Yeah, you know what? Here. Bam 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 ba-da-dum. Is that how I'm gonna do that? That tile. And then it'd be like that, but you can't get in through there. That makes sense. Cancel that. We'll just do one for now. Pneumatic door. And actually, I think I should probably do that as well. So we're gonna flood this area with water, right? And the pips are going to be stuck in here, and they're going to plant the water weed along here. And then we're going to put some water, and then we can do it like a layer down as well. Which is why we're getting this, because I don't want to accidentally flow my water in there. Anyway, just something to think about. Something I've been thoughting about. Okay. Most everything is swept. I do get the feeling we're going to gas up this whole area, or degas this whole area, and that would be a smart thing to do. Now, I don't know if what I'm about to do is smart, but this is just me thinking about future me, okay? Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna want... You know what? I don't want a mini gas pump. I want a big ass gas pump. Yeah. My homies love big ass gas pumps. Actually, yeah, you should go. No, there's no way I'm going to be able to deconstruct that in the way I want to. Yeah, so we'll just mechanize the airlock. That's fine. Then we're going to wait for the game to load. Then we're going to build a gas pump. Yes, sir. I'll pump gas out. Do the high pressure gas pump or gas vents? I guess they need a gasket now. And liquid meter valves need one as well. It's good to know because I'm going to need some of them for my little project. So why don't you just make me another dozen, just in case I need them. It's made out of plastic. It's going to be infinite. We're literally never going to have a problem with it. So yeah, do that. What am I going to do with all this liquid? If I ever wanted to expand my industrial brick over here, I have no idea what I would do with this liquid. Alright. How are we doing? Wait, is this smart? I actually don't know. Now get rid of that. So they probably can't get over here. If I were to hazard a guess. Well, they can build this now and hop over and hop. Can they climb 2 tiles? They can probably climb 2 tiles. Yeah. But they can't get in here. That makes a lot of sense. Crap. Okay. So I'm just trying to make the process of removing all of the gas from a room easier, so that I don't have to. Because I'm not that good at this game. Let's be real with us for a second, okay? I fucking suck at this game. But I'm trying to make life easier for me. So I'm trying to set up a way where I could like somehow come in here and corner build my way into not needing a thing. Well, maybe I could do that. Hold on. Let me think. We'd want a wall here. Which means we had a wall here that we built once everything was done. Nah. Nah, it's not to be. Let's just build a friggin' liquid lock. That's probably going to be the easiest way to do it. And I'm just going to build the lazy man's liquid lock. To be honest with you. You get sent up there. I need you to priority 9 all those sweeps, please. Which I know is a lot. But I'd rather have it done. Okay, so this room, yeah, it's very oxygen-y. So people can go in here without the need of the suits, which is good. Everything up here is unnecessary. Which makes a lot of sense. Wow, we'll just leave it for now. Oh yeah, we're going to need to dig those. Bit of that. And I need to actually sweep the pinch of pepper nuts. Nobody's doing that right now. Even though you're... Ignore sweep only. You take sleet wheat, allow manual use. So anytime they pick up sleet wheat, they'll put it in here, I believe. I think that's how that works. Anyway, it should be how that works. Yeah. You actually don't need to deconstruct any of that. I'm so sorry. I'm having them just do unnecessary work. Now we're going to need to plug you in. Probably like that. That might overload the wire a scooch. But it is what it is. So we're going to sweep all of those. We're going to grab... Do I still have any... Oh, I do have a little bit of petroleum. Just chilling in bottles down here. No, not the crude oil. The petroleum. I'll put that there. What the hell is stored in here? Spore child seeds. That makes sense. Just in case I have any. Oh, I do have 21. It's a good thing we shoved it under the rock. I do remember getting that tip. It's like, hey, pick them up because the pips might plant them and then you're screwed. Okay, so the pip is probably going to naturally plant some mealwood for now, right? Not what we're looking for, but it is what it is. Going to build a storage bin. In the storage bin, we're going to put water weed seeds. Then we're going to flood this with water, and then hopefully the water weed seeds will grow. Not to actually do anything with. I just want to do it, to have done it once, right? To have naturally planted water weeds. Ignore the stuff that it's naturally planting right now. Right, let me just double check. Temps still pretty good. Yeah. I do love when they come on at max power. Because the steam's warm as heck. And then it all shuts off. Wow, it's steamy down here. Who did that, I wonder? Yikes. Alright. So they're doing the sweeps. I'm a big fan of that. Because it is what I asked them to do first. So that's fair. Nice. Okay, almost everything is out of here. Okay, sweep at a 9. Sweep at a 9. Yeah, and if I can find them in the other colony as well, I'm going to try and do a lot more natural planting. I think it could be quite good. You know what else we're going to want? Chill. You don't need to be running right now, bro. You ain't like that. We're going to want a steel thermo aqua tuner in this room to heat up all of the or to put its heat into the steam, I think, in order to cool the things down with a little loop-de-loop. Yes, let's see if I can do this from memory. Well, I'm doing this as pipes. So the liquid comes in, and then if it's not running, it overflows and then flows out, right? I think that's how that works. comes in. In fact, let's do it like this. And then flows out. Comes in. Oh, runs into here. Oh, we don't need to go into here. Goes up this way. Yeah, I think that's how that works. Fantastic. Right. Automation wire. We'll just run you up and out. You're going to plug into the thing, right? Yeah, you plug into the liquid temp sensor. Fantastic. Deconstruct you. Oh, 9. Yep. Nope. Liquid reservoir. Liquid reservoir will go here. Then the water comes. Is it the output? No. Yeah, it's the output we measure the temp from. It's the output we measure the temp from. Yes. So, comes out. Oh, it's kind of hot. Runs into the input. Yes. Then you just feed over. Like so. Liquid pipe thermosensor. Put that here. Run the wire like that. If we're going to do that, I'm going to do that because I'm pedantic about things like this. Yeah. Okay, that's good. And we'll need to pump a little bit of polluted water in there, probably. Right, could we use crude oil for this? Could we use crude oil? Database entry. -40 it turns into solid, 400 it turns into petroleum. We could probably just pump a little bit of this crude oil into this liquid reservoir to be the coolant. Yeah, that could be done. Seeds. I'm assuming we have any waterweed seeds. I have none right now, but if I ever get any, it'll go up here and we'll figure that out. Alright, you're all plugged in as you should be. What I'm probably going to do... that's annoying. I was thinking of running the heavy watt wire between these and then down into this connection point so that I don't have to use another heavy watt joint plate somewhere. Or another 2, as the case may be. Okay. Let's... You know what? We'll get the setup going. Like so. Yeah, oh yeah, we do need all of those plugged in together, but you don't need to exist. Yeah, and we'll finish this in the next one. For now, thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button. It helps out a great deal. Really appreciate it. Love your faces for it. We're going to get this geo vent thing working. And it's going to be cool. Probably. But yes. Yeah, hit the like button. All that good stuff. It's up to the channel. If you want. I'm not forcing you. Not yet, at least. You watch though. You get a knock on your door the dead of night. You better subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you all in the next one. See ya.